like a hurricane. Nothing in my way will make me be afraid. And I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, I can feel it in my soul. Yeah, I can feel it, no letting go. And I can feel it, it's getting cold. I said, I can't stand by anymore. Looking in from the outside, I know I can hold the phone. They can't keep my hands tied. I need strength to carry on without me pushing through. Oh, no one can save me from myself. I need force, breaking down the walls by force, keeping my head above the water, screaming till I lose my voice. I need force, breaking down the walls by force, keeping my head above the water, screaming till I lose my
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali, 6'3" tall, the best to ever do it. And his opponent here, none other than Alexander Usyk. He's 6'3" with a 78-inch reach.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, fighting out of Louisville, Kentucky. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
And now for the official introductions, we turn it over to the world-renowned Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only 3-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee, the one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
Which fans are going to be happy, which fans are going to be sad? I don't know, but it's the argument I love.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. The jab doesn't quite connect. Misses with the straight left. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He just misses with that jab. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Punch, counter punch. Hook misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
You've been smart. Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your type.
Tougher fight, and he's going to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away.
Trots in there. Buries up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great work. You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget this.
Go back out there and he's to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The unified heavyweight champion is down! And as we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four. Give me your ball.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a...
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Alexander Usyk in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Need to switch back on, get focused.
You've got to be smart, otherwise you'll see it and ride it out.
I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round.
Nice. Those 1-2s straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't run back into the fight. Great round. Stay focused. Don't let him back.
There's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it.
Relax now. I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for fun.
You've let him back into the fight.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Done with that counter shot. Misses with the right uppercut. And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just misses with the right uppercut. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Beautiful counter shot. Talk about Ali in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Feel good? Good match to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back.
Give him any free shots. Keep smart. You were thinking. You were smart. You were low.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Don't want to trade shots. Not a lot of defense here at all. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Do you believe this? Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Have you got those shots? Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away.
This round, you had everything in the bag, and now you've let him back into it.
Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Start sticking on a few bodies.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. straight right just misses. Left hook just missed. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Whoa, wait a minute. Usyk. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Being dazed now?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
His round. You forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end.
Come on, get focused. Get your mind on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
Don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
There's the bell to start round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Right uppercut just off target. Good counter punch. Nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a lick it because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Great work. Stay focused.
Okay, focus. Big, deep breaths.
You were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the...
Here comes round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A perfect counter lands. That jab won't score. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
What caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled? Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important.
There's the bell to start round 8. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Perfect counter shot. Good counter punching. No rest for the weary. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Johnny, it was a very close fight until the end. In the end, we get a split decision.
It could have gone either way, and it's hard, you know, you're going to have people arguing. The fans for one, the fans for the other say our fighter won. Split decision was fair. Down to the T, down to the wire. These guys put it on the line. Split decision is fair.
fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone, waiting for our time to shine, to come on home. Lord, please bless my castle of sand, waiting on the battle sword, handle all in my hand. The war force is more toward my door with demands, more important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should've put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture, you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art and for your fans. When you corner, gotta shorten your stance, lessen your tails. Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand, talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone, made out of flesh and bone. Waiting for our time to shine, to come home. Lord, please bless my mansion of cards. If ever challenged, let us camp in the car. Or hang a hammock from a branch in the park. A planet made of uninhabited parts. Being anonymous don't grant you some dark. Even astronomers keep a camera on Mars. Satellite to track where you are and see you black as night, attack it with sparks. Fireworks are not a match for a star, and fire hurts, burns, blackens, and scars. Can still emerge, learned, attractive and charred from out the ashes of galactic barrage. Yeah, it gets savage where they traffic mirage. It ain't no magic day in back of it, secret hatches and frauds. You gotta take it back to the start. You gotta tap and learn to rap from the heart. Yeah, yeah. Talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone, waiting for our time to shine, to come on
Hope you brought your wetsuit and your flippers. We're underwater at the Atlantis. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Amir King Khan, 140 pounds, 5 foot 8 inches tall, with a reach of 71 inches. And he'll be facing the English legend, the one and only Ricky Hit Manhattan, 63 kilos on the nose, 171 centimeters tall, with a reach of 165.
Remember, there's a shorter reach here, so now they have to slip inside and use the speed, use the proximity, and that timing to time off the long jab that comes in to jump over the top. It's about skills now. Skills will pay the bills.
Amir Khan, one of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Olympic silver medalist in 2004, multi-time world champion, fighting out of Bolton, UK. Ricky Hit Manhattan, this all-time great welterweight, one of the most beloved fighters in English boxing history.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Bolton, England, here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion, a unified 140-pound champion of the world, introducing Amir King Khan. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Manchester, England, a popular and exciting junior welterweight and welterweight champion of the world, Ricky Hit Manhattan.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins now. Let's get the answers.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Throws the jab but does not score. Jab does not score. Oh, look at that left jab. Perfect counter lands. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You don't want to trade shots. Missing with that right hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace.
Was that? What are you doing? Come on.
And there's the bell for round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
The straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. That uppercut can't get through. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Listen, you switched off. What are you doing?
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook was off target. Insane action. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter punch. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. The courage on display here is incredible. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The jab doesn't quite connect. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Misses with the right uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell for round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
are going deep into the gas tank on this round. Straight right just misses. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Good counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great round, great round. Now, relax.
Let's start the sixth. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighters.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Does well to block that left jab. Nice counter. Straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? Holding nothing back here in the round. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Here we go. It's round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
This can be so frustrating when you're almost such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Just missing with the right uppercut. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. a knockout, you can tell. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent.
Round 8, and we're off again. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Stamina is off the charts. Their jab just got blocked. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Nice exchange here from both men. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Got out of the way of that right hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.